Ardan, lebih dari radio. Honestly, I've seen a lot of things in San Muda, but yesterday I just saw Cardi B playing Pok Ame Ame on Instagram Live. Isn't that crazy?
105.9, stay cool and lovely. ARDAN Radio.
No, but seriously, you guys should definitely check it out for yourself in San Muda because I just saw literally Cardi B playing Pok Ame Ame, the Judak Juduk style, on her Instagram Live. And it was kind of, surprising for me, but that's okay. A lot of things could happen, but that was not what I was expecting, of course. But what you could expect in San Muda for today is a fun, safe, and cool and lovely flight because I, Awa, am going to be flying you around to the number one this week, only on Ardan Flight 40. Let's go. It's on a 5.9 FM Arden, lebih dari radio in San Muda, and happy weekend. Why do I sound British though? Happy weekend in San Muda, it's back. The flight is finally back in San Muda because it's me, back again with Awa today, and I am going to be your pilot for today, flying you through the number one this week on the Arden Flight 40. This is the countdown that is the coolest and loveliest countdown ever. And we are only going to be playing you only the coolest and loveliest tracks this week on Ardan Flight 40 in San Muda. And before we continue, I just wanted to say that I really love Chris Brown and Leon Thomas's new song. It was so amazing. I just played it for you guys. It's called Fallen. And you can check it out. And of course, you could already you could already request it on Ardan Radio, like literally anytime. And talking about Falling in San Muda, it was such a collaboration that I was not expecting because, Chris Brown and Leon Thomas is just two guys just hanging out. I mean, I remembered when Leon Thomas uploaded Mud, like Chris Brown jumped in, hop on to a remix, and that was cute and that was really good as well. But I never really imagined that they would actually make a song together on, this collaborative piece. It's like, I really love the music video because it was released on, it was released yesterday. It's like a mini movie set in Virginia in 1952. And it was like, I think it was a heavy inspiration from Ryan Coogler's film Sinners because it was really cool. Because in the video, Chris Brown and Leon Thomas appear as a blues group named Brown and the Midnight Saints alongside Tank and Rockstar as well. And the music video actually features a surprise appearance by Usher, who plays the role of the club MC or owner of Raymond's Juke Joint on the film as well. So, I think it was a really nice collaboration. I really love these kinds of songs as well. So whoever made the genre, I love you. Please go to heaven. I wish you well. But today, San Muda, I am not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to stay here and fly you throughout the coolest and loveliest tracks this week on Ardan Flight 40 Countdown. And of course, we're going to start out with the songs that are out of the chart this week on Ardan Flight 40. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 songs that unfortunately we have to say goodbye to. Starting from Blackpink with Go. That song has been on the chart for 6 weeks in a row, followed by Bruno Mars with Risk It All. A song that has been the number one on the chart for the past few weeks, but finally he has to be retired since he's coming on tour. Really excited, but I don't really know if Jakarta is on the set list or not, but let's hope for the best. And the third song that are out the chart this week on Ardan Flight 40 in San Muda is Mo by Honey Band. And let's say our final goodbyes to the tracks, shall we?
Out of chart this week.
You're listening to your coolest and loveliest station. It's 105.9 FM Arden, lebih dari radio. And that was Honey Band by Mo in San Muda as our third track that has to be out of the chart this week on Ardan Flight 40. So we're gonna continue ahead with our next countdown, still on the tracks that are off the chart this week on ARDAN Flight 40 in San Muda. The fourth one, we have Love, Love, Love by Steven Sanchez, a song that has been on the ARDAN Flight 40 countdown for 5 weeks in a row. And coming up next, I'm also going to be playing you a song from aespa called Attitude. Because this is the fifth songs that are unfortunately have to be out of the chart this week on ARDAN Flight 40 as well in San Muda. And not closing up actually, we have 3 more songs. And the 6 songs that are out of the chart this week on ARDAN Flight 40, we have a song from Jake collaborating with the K-pop girl soloist John Somi with Moon Boy. And the 3 of this song is actually a song that has been stuck in my mind lately. So here you go, the tracks that are off the chart this week, only on ARDAN Flight 40 Countdown.
Out of chart.
That was Moon Boy by Jake featuring John Somi and San Muda on ARDAN Flight 40 as our 6th songs that has to be out of the chart this week on ARDAN Flight 40. And I would gladly be taken to the moon by John Somi because she is amazing. She's pretty, she's smart, she's talented, all that I want to be. And hopefully you could be, taken to the moon by someone special to you as well in San Muda. But for now, I'm going to take you on to another journey flying across ARDAN Flight 40 Countdown this week in San Muda as we are entering our 773rd edition this week. And we have 2 more songs left that has to be out of the chart this week on ARDAN Flight 40 in San Muda that I haven't announced to you. So here it is. The 7th song that are out of the chart this week is Bruno Mars with Nothing Left, a yearning song, which is a really, really good song if you feel like you're really heartbroken and all of that stuff. And then coming up next is our last track, but certainly not least, on ARDAN Flight 40 as our out of the chart this week, we have Harry Styles with American Girls. So here you go, the last 2 songs that are out of the chart this week, only on ARDAN Flight 40. You're listening to ARDAN Flight 40 in San Muda with your pilot for today. This is Zahwa speaking, and I am going to be gladly flying you around through the coolest and loveliest tracks this week on ARDAN Flight 40. That was American Girls by Harry Styles sitting on the last track that has to be out of the chart this week on ARDAN Flight 40 in San Muda. So, you know what today? God. Okay, let's rewind that back. You know what this time means in San Muda, because after the tracks that are out of the chart this week on ARDAN Flight 40, it is time for us to dive deep and go into the ARDAN Flight 40 countdown for this week in San Muda. So we're gonna start up with, of course, the newest track this week on ARDAN Flight 40, because on number 40, we have MGK featuring Fred Durst with Fix Your Face. And although this is their first recording collaboration, MGK and Fred Durst have actually known each other for quite some time. The two went on tour together in 2014 and have frequently shared the stage on various occasions. And this close relationship is now reflected in a work that captures the musical roots that have shaped each of their journeys. So, here you go, the newest entry this week on number 40. That was MGK featuring Fred Durst with Fix Your Face in San Muda as our newest entry this week on ARDAN Flight 40. And we're gonna continue because I'm here, I'm Aaliyah, and I'm gonna be flying you around through the coolest and loveliest tracks to the number 1 this week on ARDAN Flight 40. So we're gonna go ahead and turn to our next destination, which we have number 39, which we are gonna meet up with Maisie Peters and Julia Michaels with Kingmaker. And inspired by Hilary Mantel's historical novel Wolf Hall, this song actually explores the theme of power dynamics within a relationship, particularly from a woman's perspective. So Maisie Peters actually explains that Kingmaker is about the experience of giving support, whether in the form of time, energy, or trust, to someone who ultimately squanders it. And she also highlights how the dynamics of a success can affect romantic relationships, especially when a partner's ego isn't ready to handle a strong, independent woman. So, girls, you know who you are. This song is for you. This is Flight 40 Insan Muda, still on 105.9 FM, Arden Lebih Dari Radio. That was the number 39 this week, which we have heard Kingmaker from Maisie Peters featuring Julia Michaels. What a cute song for all of the independent women out there. You guys should definitely check out the lyrics, and of course, you could request it anytime, anywhere on Arden Radio. And we're gonna continue ahead to our next destination, which on number 38, we are gonna meet up with one of my favorite bands from the 2016, something like that, which we have the Chainsmokers featuring Oaks with Already Know. The Chainsmokers are back in San Muda with a new release, and once again, they've teamed up with Swedish singer-songwriter Oaks for another incredible collaboration. And this time, it is titled Already Know. And the song is actually a follow-up to Echo and continues the connection that their fans will recognize from their first collaboration, the mega hit Hope. And this new phase feels more deliberate and probably driven by emotion. So if you're a Chainsmokers fan like me, you guys get the hype. So here you go, the number 38 this week, only on Arden Flight 40. That was number 38 this week on Arden Flight 40 in San Muda. We have the Chainsmokers featuring Oaks, Already Know. And today in San Muda, we're still flying on Arden Flight 40, and we're going to continue ahead to our next destination, which on number 37, we have a song from Lucas Graham with To Know a Girl. And with this song, he delivers a more kind of like an organic sound by returning to the folk roots and storytelling that shaped frontman Lucas Forkhammer's early identity. Inspired by the Irish musical traditions that shaped his childhood, this song is filled with acoustic instruments like the guitar, banjo, and mandolin, creating like a warm and intimate atmosphere. And Lucas himself actually describes the song as a feeling like coming home, a reflection of a musical journey reconnecting with its like foundational roots. And I'm really happy that he brought out this song in San Muda, and I think you're really gonna love it. But before that, I'm gonna be playing you two songs that are the newest entry this week on Arden Flight 40, which coming up next on number 36, we also have Niall Horan's new song with Little More Time. And through this latest release, Niall seeks to capture the essence of a longing for moments of a calm amid the hustle and bustle of his life as a global star. And Little More Time features like a warmer musical arrangement, highlighting the piano chords and acoustic guitar strums that have been a hallmark of Niall's musical style since he began his solo career. So here you go in San Muda, the newest entry this week on Arden Flight 40. It's 105.9 FM, Arden Lebih Dari Radio Insan Muda, and you're still listening to Arden Flight 40 with me, your pilot for today. This is Zahwa speaking and talking about Little More Time. Oh, honestly, water is kind of running down my eyes because it's such a beautiful song. Don't you agree? I feel like Niall Horan is totally, what do we call it? Maybe like a passionate person. The right amount of passion that he puts to the song is actually really nice, and I really love it as well. So if you're a Niall Horan fan, or if you are maybe a Directioners, you would totally love this song because, as I would say, because I'm a Directioner myself. But coming up next in San Muda on number 35, we have another newest entry this week on Arden Flight 40, coming from Demi Lovato with Cobra, Fantasy. Oh, and honestly, talking about fantasy, one of my fantasy is I want to, what do I call it? I want to have a wedding at, near the beach where the sun sets, and I just, have so much love to pour into my partner that time. It was really a fantasy of mine to have a dream wedding like that. So we're gonna go ahead and say a big amen. And amen to you too in San Muda if you have a dream wedding like that as well. But coming up next on number 35, The Fantasy is actually a collaboration between Demi Lovato and Cobra, released on April 24th, 2026, with a runtime of 2 minutes and 21 seconds. And this pop song is a part of the album It's Not That Deep Unless You Want It to Be. So here you go, the newest entry this week, only on Arden Flight 40 Countdown.
reality, I can be a fantasy.
What a wonderful song from Demi Lovato and Cobra. Fantasy in San Muda sitting on number 35 this week on ARDAN Flight 40. I mean, it's crazy, right? Demi Lovato making these kinds of songs as if she is a natural. And I think she really did ball with this song. It's really amazing, and you should definitely check it out and put it on your playlist as soon as possible. And same as me in San Muda, I am going to tell you the coolest and loveliest tracks this week on ARDAN Flight 40 as soon as possible, because we're gonna go ahead and climb up to our next destination, which on number 34, we have a song from a K-pop sensational boy group, Cordes, with Red Red. Is actually the lead single in San Muda from their music group Cordes' second mini album titled Green Green, and it was released on April 20, 2026. And the song was actually produced by Big Hit Music and achieved early success by winning its first trophy on M Countdown on April 30th, 2026. And they introduced the visual concepts of red and green for this comeback. And talking about these boys in San Muda, Cordes, I've actually been a fan of them since they debuted. I really love what Big Hit Music have actually done to them. Like, especially seeing them perform live on Music Bank stage, on K Countdown, on anywhere it is, it gives me butterflies just to think that they are gonna come to Indonesia. So hopefully I would be there, because the butterflies in my stomach are naturally wanted to come out. But before that happens in San Muda, let's sing along to this one particular song from Cordes called Red Red, only on ARDAN Flight 40. You're still listening to ARDAN Flight 40, only on 105.9 FM, ARDAN Lebih Dari Radio in San Muda. That was Cordes with Red Red, of course. And it actually, looking at the music video, looking at them perform everywhere, it got my knees feeling weak. Really, really weak. I feel like my knees are wobbling because they are so cool. They are so amazing. And it's gonna be a dream of mine if Cordes really do come to Indonesia. So let's give a big amen. Let's give our prayers so that they could come to Indonesia, and we're gonna have fun with them as well. But we're also gonna have fun on ARDAN Flight 40 Countdown this week as well in San Muda, because at number 33, we have officially gonna meet up with our Hot Shot debut this week on ARDAN Flight 40, which we have Olivia Rodrigo with Drop Dead. Ooh. And literally, drop dead, it means to like die suddenly. So Olivia uses this metaphor to express the intensity of confusing emotions. In her lyrics, she describes sensations ranging from nausea and paranoia to butterflies in the stomach. And this song captures the chaotic, joyful, yet anxious phase of a relationship. So it's not about a breakup, but about an attraction so intense that it makes someone feel most alive while also wanting to die from being too happy. And I hope that someday I would find a guy that would make me feel those kinds of things as well in San Muda. Amen to that.
Hot shot debut.
You're listening to your coolest and loveliest station in San Muda. It's 105.9 FM, ARDAN Lebih Dari Radio. And that was our Hot Shot debut this week on ARDAN Flight 40. And also as our top newest entry this week, Olivia Rodrigo with Drop Dead. This song is actually wonderful. I really love her, especially since Olivia Rodrigo actually collaborated with Barcelona FC. And as a Dechul myself, no, I wouldn't call myself a Dechul actually. I'm not really into football, but seeing that Olivia Rodrigo collaborated with Barcelona on the jersey makes me really wanted to buy one. So yeah, if anyone's wondering what my size is, I'm a size S, 150 centimeters tall with 44 kilograms as my weight. So if any of you wants to, maybe gift something to me, a Barcelona jersey with Olivia Rodrigo would be really, really nice. Just kidding. Don't take it too seriously in San Muda. But seriously, the playlist this week on ARDAN Flight 40 is totally amazing in San Muda, because we are going to go ahead and climb up to our next countdown, which on number 32, we have a song from the Kid Leroy with I Condemn. And he is actively performing on his A Perfect World tour with like recent stops in Tampa and upcoming shows in Charlotte and Boston. And he's also scheduled for Singapore, which is a Southeast Asia region, concert in July 2026. So are there any of you guys that is going to fly to Singapore and have fun with the Kid Leroy? Me personally, I'm not gonna be there since I'm gonna work. Still have classes and all of that stuff. But coming up next on number 31, we have a song that climbed up 8 positions since last week on ARDAN Flight 40 chart in Samuda, which is Somber with Potential. And this song has been on the chart for 2 weeks in a row, and last week it is positioned on number 39, which this week makes it the number 31st on ARDAN Flight 40. And last but not least, on number 30, we also have a fun song from Tomorrow by Together, or TXT, called Stick With You. And this is the title track from Tomorrow by Together's 8th mini album, which is 7th Year, A Moment of Stillness in the Thorns, which is released last month on April 13th, 2026. And talking about the music video, all 5 members of Tomorrow by Together actually embody a single character across parallel storylines. They each live at the same address, number 86, and watch the same woman representing different emotional facets of one person's insecurity. So I should recommend you to definitely check it out. So here you go. You're listening to ARDAN Flight 40 on your coolest and loveliest station in San Mude. It's 105.9 FM ARDAN Lebih Dari Radio. And that was Stick With You by TXT, aka Tomorrow by Together, sitting on number 30 this week in San Mude. It's a really cute song. I really love it. It might just be one of my favorite songs from Tomorrow by Together, like lately. Really love them, and hopefully they could come to Jakarta, since they actually skipped Jakarta on their set list on the world tour. Like, what? Yeonjun, seriously. But that's okay, because we're just going to hope for the best. We're hoping for a fun and upcoming tour, and hopefully they could actually come to Jakarta sooner or later in some day. Amen to that. And coming up next, on number 29, we still are climbing up to the ARDAN Flight 40 chart on the 773rd edition in Samuda, with the next song coming from Lana Del Rey with First Light is on number 29. And Lana Del Rey's 10th studio album, now titled Stove, is expected to be released on May 22nd, 2026. And actually, it was the fans that had calculated on May 22 release date, based on Lana's recent comments that vinyl production would take approximately 3 months and 2 weeks from her mid-February updates. And the album is reported to feature up to 19 tracks, including 6 autobiographical songs added late in the process. And she has already released 3 previews for the project, which is Henry Come On, Bluebird, and her most recent single, White Feather Hawktail Deer Hunter, which debuted on February 17th, 2026. And she actually recorded the theme song from James Bond, which is First Light, which is this song, for the upcoming video game 007 First Light, released in April 2026. And I'm really, really excited about that one in Sanmuda. And coming up next, on number 28, we also have a song from Zayn called Side Effects that climbed up 8 positions since last week. And closing up, on number 27, we have a collaboration from the 2 most amazing girls I've ever seen perform, which is Tyla and Zahra Larsson collaborating on She Did It Again. A really fun song, kind of like a summery vibe to it. If you love Tyla and if you love Zahra Larsson, I bet you would really like this one. So, here you go. The coolest and loveliest tracks this week, only on ARDAN Flight 40. You're listening. It's all 5.9 FM ARDAN Lebih Dari Radio, and you're still listening to ARDAN Flight 40 in San Muda with me, your pilot for today. This is Aaliyah, and that was She Did It Again by Tyla featuring Zahra Larsson, a collaboration that I have never expected to happen, but I'm glad that it did because it is such a nice song, kind of like a summery vibe into it, and of course, that as we Indonesians call it, centil vibes from Tyla featuring Zara Larson is immaculate. And of course, our playlist today on Arden Flight 40 on the 773rd edition is also curated well for you, Insan Muda. So we're gonna go ahead and count down to our next track, which on number 26, we are gonna meet up with Kiss of Life's new song called Who Is She? And this title track has actually achieved significant milestones for Kiss of Life, including the group's first ever music show wins. Because on April 16th, 2026, the group earned their first ever trophy on M Countdown, defeating ACMU with 8,884 points. And they recently secured a second music show win for Who Is She, further cementing their status as a fast-rising fourth generation act. And this new single features an early 2000s dance pop music sound mixed with modern elements. And the music video and teaser campaign involved a mysterious Who Is She theme that tied into the group's debut date, July 5th, which is actually amazing. And coming up next, on number 25, we also have a song from Anima featuring Lisa called Bad Angel, a song that is definitely on my playlist on the last few days because it's really, really nice hearing Lisa on those kinds of genre. I didn't think it would blend well, but it did, and I'm really, really not complaining about it. And coming up next, on number 24, we also have a song that climbed up 8 positions since last week, making it number 24. We have Pitbull with Work. Even though it has been on the chart for only 3 weeks, but it has accomplished a significant climb and rise onto the Arden 540 chart in Samudra. So here you go, the coolest and loveliest tracks only on Arden Flight 40 Countdown. You're listening to Arden Flight 40 in Samudra, of course, on your coolest and loveliest station. It's 105.9 FM Arden, Lebih Dari Radio, and that was Work by Pitbull in Samudra as our number 24 this week, only on Arden Flight 40. I'm really happy that we got to see Mr. Worldwide in action again because he is amazing. I really wanted to see him perform live one day, but I don't think he ever came to Jakarta lately. But hopefully that dream would come true really, really soon as possible if could in Samudra, because I really wanted to sing along to Pitbull's song. I mean, he is the Mr. Worldwide. Am I right? And of course, you're still flying with me in Samudra, your pilot for today. This is Awa speaking on Arden Flight 40 on the 773rd edition, this is a chart countdown. We have the coolest and loveliest tracks this week because on number 23, we are going to meet up with Afrojack, Sia, and David Guetta with Awake Tonight, which has climbed up 8 positions since last week, making it the 3rd week here on Arden Flight 40. And on number 22, we also going to meet up with Layface's new song called Mad Woman, which in February 2026, she won her 2nd consecutive Grammy for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album for A Matter of Time, making her the youngest artist ever to win twice in this category. And she was also recently honored with the Innovator Award at the 2026 Billboard Women in Music Economy and the ASCAP Creative Voice Award, which is really, really nice, considering that she's gonna tour. She's gonna tour Asia before moving to Australia and New Zealand this summer on her concert, which in Jakarta, she is gonna be here on May 23rd, 2026 at Nusantara International Convention Exhibition, Jakarta. And boy, am I excited about that one. And coming up next, on number 21, we also have a song from the girls, which is Cat's Eye with Pinky Up. A song that climbed up 8 positions since last week, and they are currently, in my personal opinion, in a high momentum era, recently celebrating their Coachella 2026 debut and announcing their Coachella 2026 EP. No, their 3rd EP, actually. Wild, set for release on August 14th, 2026. While the group is achieving major global milestones, they are currently promoting as a 5-member lineup due to the ongoing hiatus of Manon Bannerman. Really, really sad to see that one. Hopefully, we could all see them perform as 6 members once again, OT6, because who wouldn't love a group as cheerful as them? Am I right, Zamuda? listening to your coolest and loveliest station in San Muda. It's 105.9 FM Arden Lebih Dari Radio. That was Pinky Up by Cat's Eye, sitting on number 21 this week on Arden Flight 40 in San Muda. Such a beautiful song from them. And I'm really, really waiting for them to go back to their OT6 as their original formation because we all missed Manon very much. So, yeah, let's hope for the best for all 6 of them, actually. And it's Anuja, because that was the number 21st this week. That means we have reached halfway through our journey on Arden Flight 40. So we're going to do a little bit of a recap before we talk about the top 20 on Arden Flight 40. On number 40, we have MGK with Fred Durst with Fix Your Face as our newest entry this week, followed by Maisie Peters and Julia Michaels with Kingmaker on number 39. On number 38, we have the Chainsmokers featuring Oaks with Already Know, which is like a really, really good song, a new release from them as well. And it feels really deliberate and driven by emotion, so you guys should definitely check that out. On number 37, as also our newest entry, we have Lucas Graham with To Know a Girl, followed by Niall Horan with Little More Time on number 36. And then on number 35, we have Actually Met Up with Demi Lovato featuring Cobra with Fantasy. On number 34, we also have Cortez with Red Red. And on number 33, as our Hot Shot debut this week on Arden Flight 40, we also have heard from Olivia Rodrigo with Drop Dead. Coming up next on number 32, counting down from Kid Leroy with I Condemn, followed by Somber with Potential on number 31. On number 30, we've met with Tomorrow by Together, aka TXT with Stick With You. On number 29, we have Lana Del Rey with First Light, which is a new James Bond video game official soundtrack as well. And on number 28, we have met with Zayn, Side Effects, followed by a collaboration between the two Chantil girls, which is Tyla featuring Zara Larson with She Did It Again on number 27. On number 26, we have heard from Kiss of Life with Who Is She, followed by a collaboration between Anima and Lisa with Bad Angel on number 25. On number 24, we have Pitbull with Work. And on number 23, we have A4Jack, Sia, and David Guetta with Awake Tonight, followed by Leife with Mad Woman on number 22, and the track that I have lately played for you with is Cat's Eye with Pinky Up. And all of those songs are on Arden Flight 40 list today in San Muda. So we're going to continue with our countdown because on number 20, we are going to meet up with the biggest drop this week on Arden Flight 40. So sad, but this song has has go down 17 positions since last week, making it number 30. We have Jennifer Lopez featuring David Guetta with Save Me Tonight. And it has been on the chart for 6 weeks in a row. But nevertheless, it was really, really good. I love it. Love the song. And I'm really happy, really glad to see them still on Arden Flight 40 chart as well. And on number 19, we have our most power airplay this week in San Muda, which came from Blackpink with Champion. And finish up, we have on number 18, Lady Gaga featuring Doechii with Runway, which is their song for The Devil Wears Prada 2, which, as you all know, I am really a big fan of that movie itself, particularly, but I have never seen it. I haven't seen the second movie that has been out here, but hopefully I still got time to watch it because my schedule is really, really packed for today. So, pretty hard for me, San Buda. Will you? You're listening to 105.9 FM Arden Lebih Dari Radio in San Muda, and you're still flying with me in Arden Flight 40. Of course, your fifth pilot for today. This is Zahwa, and that was Lady Gaga featuring Doechii with Runway, which is an original soundtrack for The Devil Wears Prada 2, which is out in the movie theaters right now in San Muda, and I'm really excited to see that one. But I have a really packed schedule for this week. Hopefully, I would be able to watch it as soon as possible. But for now, I'm gonna tell you the next track as soon as possible in San Muda. Counting down to the number 17, we have a song from Icon of Pop featuring Daya with Ritual. And this song has been on the chart for 4 weeks in a row and climbed up 10 positions since last week. And counting down next on number 16, we also have Marshmello featuring Portugal the Man with Phoenix on number 16. And to close up on number 15, we also have a fan song from Stray Kids called Stay. I'm really happy that they are one of the K-pop boy groups that made those kinds of songs as well, because usually songs for fans are made by fans themselves. So like a fan-made song, something like that. But they actually made one for Stay, for the fans, and if I were to stay, I think I would blush my cheeks out listening to that song. Am I right? You're listening to 105.9 FM, Arden Lebih Dari Radio Insan Muda, and that was Stay by Stray Kids, which is a really beautiful song from them as well. I'm really, really happy for that. And of course, I'm still on Arden Flight 40 Insan Muda, and we are gonna go ahead and continue our countdown to the number 1 track this week on Arden Flight 40. On number 14, we have Miley Cyrus with Younger You, which has successfully climbed up 10 positions since last week, making it its 4th week here on Arden Flight 40 as well. And coming up next on number 13, we also have a song from Zayn again called Sideways. And this song, pardon me. This song has been on the chart for 4 weeks in a row in San Muda and has climbed up 10 positions since last week. And to close up, as a third track, we have on number 12 another song titled Sideways, but it came from Charlie Puth featuring Coco Jones. And don't go anywhere in San Muda because we are actually closing in on our number 1 this week on Arden Flight 40. Care to predict who it's gonna be? You're listening to 105.9 FM, Arden Lebih Dari Radio Insan Muda. That was Sideways by Charlie Puth featuring Coco Jones, which is a really wonderful song. I really wanted to do a cover of this song and post it on my Instagram, but don't really have the capability to do that now in San Muda. I'm not a musician. I don't understand those softwares kinds of things, but I would really love if I could shoot a cover, just like a short cover of this song, because it's in my vocal range note. I love to sing, so yeah, hopefully sooner or later in San Muda. But for now, you're still listening to Arden Radio with me, your pilot for today. This is Arden Flight 40, which is a countdown for the coolest and loveliest tracks, and we're gonna count down and fly you around through the coolest and loveliest tracks this week on Arden Flight 40. Because that Charlie Puth featuring Coco Jones Sideways is positioned on number 12. We're gonna go ahead to our next countdown, which on number 11 we have Ray with I Know You're Hurting. This song has climbed up 10 positions since last week, making it its 4th week here on Arden Flight 40. And talking about Ray itself, I really wanted to see her perform live one day. She actually came to Jakarta. I forgot when. I think it's at Java Jazz Festival. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure of what year she performed here in Jakarta, but I would really love to see her perform one day because she has been my absolutely favorite these days. And I Know You're Hurting is a song that I would actually scream my lungs out if I listened to live. So that's that. And counting down next to our top 10 in San Muda, we have Freya Ridings with I Have Always Loved You, climbing up 9 positions since last week, followed by Shaggy featuring Robin Thicke with Lookin' Lovely on number 9, a cute pickup song if you are in need of one, because the lyrics are really cute. You guys should definitely check that out. Meanwhile, I'm gonna play you the number 11, the number 10, and the number 9 this week, starting from Ray with I Know You're Hurting, only on Arden Flight 40 Countdown. You're listening.
Gorgeous girl.
It's 105.9 FM, Arden Lebih Dari Radio Insan Muda, and of course, you're still listening to Arden Flight 40 with me, your pilot for today. This is Zahwa speaking, and that was Lookin' Lovely by Shaggy featuring Robin Thicke, and it is such a cute song to play if you want to pick someone up in San Muda. Actually, I'm not even lying, because they sound so great. They sound so lovely as well, and hearing them say like, "You look lovely this evening," yeah. I'm not much of a singer. I'm sorry about that, but it's really, really cute. And I think if you do need some songs to, be like some kind of a pickup line to your girlfriend or just to flirt with your friends and stuff, that is so cute. That song is like really cute. And I think I'm just gonna use that song on my Insta story to just, hype myself up, post a photo of me smiling or something like that. And I was like, "You look lovely this evening." But anyways, counting down next to Arden Flight 40 Countdown is Samuda because on number 8, we're gonna meet up with Jack Johnson, Hermanos Gutierrez, Drink the Water, which has officially climbed up 9 positions since last week in Samuda, making it its 5th week here on Arden Flight 40. And coming up next, on number 7, we also have a song that climbed up 9 positions since last week. We have Alan Walker featuring Emerson Flora with Monster. And recently launched a new musical era with the release of his 6th studio album, World of Walker Season 1, Rise of the Drones on March 27th, 2026. And Alan is currently preparing for the North American and European legs of his 2026 tour, which kicks off later this month. Because the album is actually a part of a larger multimedia project hosted on worldofwalker.com, designed to deepen his connection with fans through interactive storytelling and a dedicated community space as well. And he is actually scheduled to play 14 major shows between May and August 2026, featuring iconic venues and international festivals in Sanmuda, including Red Rocks Amphitheater, Morrison CO Tour kickoff on May 30th, 2026. And then he is going to perform on Sensation Festival on June 5th, 2026. And the 2 next days, he is going to be on Beyond Wonderland Chicago and Marquee, New York, followed by a Bud Light Escapade Music Festival on Ottawa on June 26th until 28th of 2026. And then what I am really excited about, he is going to perform on Tomorrowland on July 17th, 2026. And actually, talking about his gaming and social media life in Sanmuda, his latest creative project includes a dedicated Fortnite map titled Red Nexus Breakout, which is currently live for players. And he continues to be highly active on TikTok, where he recently crossed 15.4 million followers and regularly shares World of Walker lore. And I'm really excited about that one in Sanmuda. Let's hope the best for Alan Walker and his team. And on number 6, we have a song from the great Pussycat Dolls with Club Song, which they have especially returned as a trio consisting of Nicole Scherzinger, Ashley Roberts, and Kimberly Wyatt. And I'm really happy for this one because they are gonna be on a 53-date global tour celebrating their 20th anniversary of their debut album, PCD. They're gonna kick off on June 5th, 2026 at the Arcasure Arena in Palm Desert, CA, with special guests like Lil Kim and Maya. And then on the European leg, it's gonna begin in September 2026, including major stops in Copenhagen, Paris, and Amsterdam. And 9 arena shows are scheduled for late September and October, concluding at London's O2 Arena on October 13th, 2026, making it the last leg on the UK and Ireland dates as well. And original members Jessica Suda, Carmit Becker, and Melody Thornton are not part of this reunion, but Kimberly Wyatt noted the lineup has always been ever-changing and described the current group as being on the same page to protect their peace. And I am really excited about that one as well in Sanmuda. So, here you go, the coolest and loveliest track this week, only on Arden Flight 40. It's on a 5.9 FM Arden, lebih dari radio Insan Muda, and you're still listening to Arden Flight 40 as well with me, your pilot for today. This is Zahwa speaking, and that was the Pussycat Dolls with Club Song, which I really, really love the concept since they are actually coming back. The trio is finally coming back, and they actually mentioned that in the song itself. Like, we're back, baby, and I'm really, really happy about that one, Insan Muda, because, you know, I'm a big fan of them since I was little. Like, they are my childhood. For real, they are really, really my childhood, and I'm really glad to see them back again here with a new song as well. Really, really happy. Since I remembered, like, in my childhood, I played, like, this game called Dance Space, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dance Space. And it was, like, this machine that you have to memorize and remember the moves, and then you guys just dance, do the beat, and the Pussycat Dolls songs were on there, and I was really, really excited because I was there with my mom. My dad was busy working because FYI, my dad is actually a freelance worker. He owns a business actually, so shout out to my dad. He owns like this sports store that of course you get visit there as well. The name is Rajataka Store. You could visit it anywhere. Is that sport as well? Sorry for the promotion. But yeah, that is what my dad did when I was busy doing the Pussycat Dolls dance in my childhood era. And I'm really happy because I think if my dad didn't work as hard as he did, I wouldn't have the opportunity to just have fun with my friends and all of that stuff. And I actually was inspired to become a businesswoman myself because of him. I mean, like, with all the routine, it is hard, but if you are a business owner as well, or if in Indonesia, kalau kamu pelaku UMKM gitu ya, Insan Muda, pasti relate sama yang namanya realita harian UMKM. Kayaknya awak pagi produksi, terus siang packing, sore langsung kirim, malamnya datang lagi stok baru gitu kan. Dan kirimannya tuh nggak cuma 1-2 dus lagi, tapi sampai ratusan dus. Makanya kamu tuh harus banget pinter-pinter pilih jasa kirim dan layanannya. Harus pilih yang aman, terpercaya, dan pastinya hemat biar nggak bikin boncos. Untungnya JNE punya 2 solusi buat kiriman gede, yaitu JTR dan FTL. Beda kebutuhan, ya beda solusi, tapi sama-sama jadi andalan. Kalau kamu pelaku UMKM yang pengen kirim barang banyak, dimensi besar, atau kiriman berat dengan tarif yang lebih terjangkau, pilih JTR JNE Trucking. Kapasitasnya sampai 10 ton dengan skema share load. Kok sih? Bagus dong. Pas banget buat restock toko atau kiriman rutin ke tempat tujuan kamu. Tapi kalau kamu lagi pegang order besar, proyek, atau kejar deadline ketat, saatnya pakai FTL atau full truck load. 1 truk full khusus buat kiriman kamu. Nggak digabung, nggak transit, kapasitas bisa sampai 30 ton, dan jadwalnya fleksibel sesuai kebutuhan bisnis kamu. Tinggal pilih deh mana yang cocok buat bisnis kamu. Sama-sama kiriman gede, tapi beda kebutuhan. Jadi, apapun pilihan kamu, JNE siap bantu bisnis kamu bergerak lebih jauh. JNE, connecting happiness. And I'm really happy because we're closing in on our top 5 this week on ARDAN Flight 40 Insan Muda. So without further ado, the top 5 here, we have Holly Humberstone with Cruel World, climbing up 8 positions since last week in Insan Muda. Really happy about that one as well. And on our number 4 this week on ARDAN Flight 40, we also have a song from Charlie Puth featuring Hikaru Utada with Home. A beautiful song that Charlie Puth wrote for his wife, and I'm really happy, and I hope that someday I would really find that someone special that would make anything happen to me. Amen to that. It's on a 5.9 FM ARDAN, lebih dari radio Insan Muda, and you're still listening to ARDAN Flight 40 with me, your pilot for today. This is Zahwa speaking, and that was Home by Charlie Puth featuring Hikaru Utada. What a great song from them, actually. I really wanted to someday I have a guy that make me a song as well, because I feel like it's such a special thing to do. I mean, I feel really loved right now, and yeah, I'm just so grateful for what happened in life. And hopefully, you guys in Tamuda could find someone that you could call home as well, because it's not a house without you. It's not a home without you, because you're the one who makes my house feels like home. It's really cute. I love the lyrics as well, and I hope to Charlie Puth and Hikaru Utada's partners will, live on forever and ever and love each other for the rest of their cute and loving life. But today in Samuda, we're gonna continue our flight to the number 1 this week on ARDAN Flight 40, because it is time to meet the top 3 on ARDAN Flight 40. On number 3, we have a song from a female musician that came to Indonesia a few days back, because it's no other than Sienna Spyro with The Visitor. This song has officially climbed up 5 positions since last week, making it its 5th week on ARDAN's Flight 40 chart. And listening to her perform on one of the TV stations here in Jakarta, it's really cute to see that. But I was really mesmerized by the intimate performance and intimate showcase of Sienna Spyro, because she met with a girl, I think she's still 7, 8, 10 years old, and they did a duet on Die on This Hill, with the child being harmonizing with the Sienna Spyro herself. It was really amazing, really cute as well. And actually, this song was born from a deep-seated fear of impermanence, taking 9 attempts to write after she felt inspired by the phrase during a conversation with a friend. The song addresses her lifelong feeling of being a visitor in relationships, and her need to earn her place, reflecting a desire to capture a raw personal emotion about the temporary nature of life. So while the song was heavily personal, she joked in an interview that she actually wrote the bridge for The Visitor while waiting for a train in London. And the title originated 2 years prior to its release, triggered by a conversation with a friend about an art exhibition called The Visitor. And she performed the song live on the Jonathan Ross Show in 2026, marking a major milestone in her career. And the song is actually a direct reflection of her fear of abandonment and the expiry date she often felt in friendships, relationships, and jobs, she told Euphoria. And it was really nice to hear this one performed live in Jakarta. I really wish I could meet her with her someday. Well, someday, of course, inshallah. And coming up next, as our runner-up this week on ARDAN Flight 40, and as our greatest gainer as well this week on ARDAN Flight 40, we have a song that climbed up 13 positions since last week, and surprisingly, this is their second week here on ARDAN Flight 40 in Sanmuda. It's no other than BTS, aka Bangtan Sonyeondan, with 2.0, a song that is massively influenced all over the world in Sanmuda, and they are currently holding their massive Arirang World Tour, which includes over 85 shows across 23 countries. And I am really praying hard for my boys to have great health, great condition, and overall have so much fun. And as of early May 2026, the group is performing in North America. They recently held sold-out shows in Tampa and are currently performing in El Paso TX at the Sun Bowl yesterday and today. And the tour features a unique 360-degree in-the-round stage setup designed for an immersive fan experience, and fans have been treated to live debuts of new tracks like Hooligan and Swim, alongside deep cuts like Pied Piper and Magic Shop. And honestly, speaking about BTS, Tampa's performance, I am utterly jealous because Tampa Army got Silver Spoon and Wings as their surprise song, because BTS have this segment where they're gonna perform a surprise song, which in every date it's gonna be different. And I was hoping that Indonesia would get Silver Spoon or Babse or Wings, because I am a total enthusiast and a fan of that album. And I'm furious. Actually, I'm furious. I really wanted to see them perform that song live. But please do pray hard for me in Sanmuda, because I am really struggling to keep up with the money to buy for the tickets. But hopefully I would be one of the armies to be there and celebrate their world tour on the upcoming 26 and 27 December this year in Jakarta. Amen to that! It's on a 5.9 FM ARDAN, lebih dari radio insan muda, and that was 2.0 by BTS as our number 2 as well. Our runner-up this week on ARDAN Flight 40, and we are almost there in Sanmuda, because our last destination would be the number 1 track this week on ARDAN Flight 40. But before that, we're gonna do a little bit of a recap, throw back a little bit from the countdown, because we're gonna do a recap from the number 20. We have met with our biggest drop this week on ARDAN Flight 40, which came from Jennifer Lopez featuring David Guetta, Save Me Tonight. And we also have met our most power airplay this week on ARDAN Flight 40. On number 19, we have Blackpink with Champion. On number 18, we have Lady Gaga featuring Doechii with Runway, followed by Iconopop and Daya with Ritual on number 17. On number 16, we have met with Marshmello, Portugal the Man with Phoenix, and then we also heard from Stray Kids with a song titled Stay on number 15 as their fan song. And on number 14, we have Miley Cyrus with Younger You, followed by Sideways by Zayn on number 13, and another song called Sideways by Charlie Puth featuring Coco Jones on number 12. On number 11, we have heard a 6-minute track from Ray called I Know You're Hurting. And onto the top 10, we have Freya Ridings with I Have Always Loved You, a pickup song followed by Shaggy Robin Thicke with Lookin' Lovely on number 9. On number 8, we have Jack Johnson featuring Hermanos Gutierrez with Drink the Water. On number 7, we have Alan Walker featuring Emerson Flora with Monster, followed by the Pussycat Dolls with Club Song as their comeback song on number 6. On number 5, we have Holly Humberstone with Cruel World. On number 4, Charlie Puth Hikaru Utada with Home. Number 3, we have Sienna Spire with The Visitor. And our runner-up this week, we have 2.0 by BTS. And now, for the big question in Sanmuda, who is gonna be our number 1 this week on ARDAN Flight 40? Let's find out, shall we? congratulations for the number one this week. It goes to BTS again and again with Swim in Sanmuda. This song has been on the number one this week on ARDAN Flight 40 for 2 weeks in a row, making it its 4th week here on ARDAN Flight 40. And talking about BTS, I cannot shut up. This is a song that really deserves to be heard worldwide. Me thinks so too. And talking about BTS, I'm really happy that they got to perform their deep cut songs as well, because on their ongoing world tour, they are performing like surprise songs every night, and it is going to be different for each cities. And I am really excited to see what they are going to bring for Jakarta. So let's see in the upcoming December 2026 in Sanmuda. But for now, it's time for me to say goodbye, because we've been on the flight on ARDAN Flight 40 for almost 4 hours now. It's been a really fun and joyful ride thanks to you. And I also want to thank my super Karen, my super cool scriptwriter / producer Rizal. We also have our program director Dimesta, music director Awan Yuda, supervisor Guntur, sound designer Berlan and Jojo, and of course our studio crew Son, Fulke, and Rizal. And of course we can't forget about the labels. Thank you so much for Sony Music, Universal, and Warner. And of course, thank you so much for listening from the start until the end in Sanmuda. So I'll see you guys same time next week. Every Sunday from 11 to 3 p.m. Gonna be airing some cool and lovely tracks for you to listen to on ARDAN Flight 40. But I don't know if I'm gonna be here next week. Hopefully I will. But if not, I see you on as soon as possible in Sanmuda. So stay cool and lovely. Bye, bye, bye.
105.9, stay cool and lovely. ARDAN Radio.
You're listening to ARDAN Flight 40. Flight 40.